Uh, Hello everyone. We just started with the page object model and TestNG, and by using config reader, we're going to create some new project here. I'm just repeating everything because of the recorder. Okay. So we just started creating a new project here, and that is yeah. We just created the SpiceJet automation project here, and I have created 3 more projects. And the first one is com SpiceJet page objects. Under this, we're going to have all the page objects here. Under this test package, I'm going to have the main level test cases. Under the resources, I'm going to have the configurator.java and config properties. In config properties, we already discussed all the details, how to read all the config properties. Yeah, someone. Okay. So I just need to.
لا mfowethu ube ngemfonela
Sorry,
uzobe ngikufonela batshela uma uzobe ngifonela ngisebhizi.
sorry, I didn't get you. And I'm going to add the TestNG library as well. So just
Hi,
import
Ravi.
TestNG annotation.
Hi, Ravi. Hello.
Yeah. Hi.
Yeah. Ravi, we can add like a standalone jar also, right? Instead of adding all the jars, we can add only at least one jar, right?
Yeah, we can
Uh,
add that. I just actually I have the previous version, so I'm just using the same one.
what is the version you are using for Eclipse?
Eclipse,
Photon or
Eclipse,
version name?
Eclipse IDE.
Yeah, version name.
Yeah, version name. Yeah, this is the version name.
4.1. Okay.
Yeah, 4.14.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, thank you.
So under this first test case, I'm going to verify the booking page. Here I'm going to verify whether the particular booking page has loaded successfully or not. Okay. And before test case, what I want to do means before that, public void launch browser. I'm just importing the before annotation package. I mean, okay. So under reading cities, I'm going to copy all these things. Yeah. So as before class is going to execute only once. Okay, so we saw that on that day, right? In the previous session, we have all the things in locators. Yeah, see here, before class is going to execute only once. That's why we're going to launch the browser in the before class. I'm going to mention after class as well. Public void tear down. Dot. I'm mentioning it globally so that I can use in all the methods. Import after class annotation. So we are good till here, and then we will start. So verify booking page. Now I want to verify this booking page, right? This one. So I think we already wrote some assertions for this. Okay, we will write it again. I'm going to inspect this project application. So I just want to read the title, that is SpiceJet. We will see what it's going to return for driver.get title. Yeah. I'm just running this project. It has launched the browser. And the SpiceJet.com application is loaded. Yeah, one test case has done and it got passed. Anyway, we didn't mention any assertion. That's why by default it will consider it as pass. Okay. And coming to the driver.get title, it is going to return this complete statement under driver.get title. Okay. So string actual is equal to driver.get title. I'm just commenting it out. It is not required. And let's assert. Actual dot time that consider SpiceJet. And this is the error message. Whenever this condition is getting failed, it is going to print the error message, which we're going to mention it here. Okay. SpiceJet application isn't loaded success. SpiceJet application loaded. I just mentioned on the system.out.println just to make sure what it is going to happen when we run this particular test case. Okay. And coming to priority, I'm going to mention priority here. That is priority is 1 and enabled is equal to true, and I'll mention description as well. What is the description? To verify the booking page of SpiceJet application. Yeah, that is the description. This description, it is going to reflect in the reports as well. So descriptions are also important for us. Okay, let's rerun this. I'm just clearing the console and I just save the project again. Run as TestNG. It launches the browser again. Yeah, as we have mentioned driver.close here, it will automatically close the browser. Okay, see, SpiceJet application loaded and the past is verify booking page. And what is that description of that particular method is to verify the booking page of SpiceJet application. Okay, it's going to return like this in the console. You can see it here. You got it right. Now I'm going to mention another test case here, that is public void yeah. What is the test case? We can search flights. So I just mentioned the search flights here. So I want to give all these things and then I want to click on the search button. Okay. After clicking on search button, it will navigate to the next page. So I'm going to verify whether the next page has loaded successfully or not. Okay. That we're going to keep in the assertion. So we'll try to automate this by using page object model as well. Okay. Yeah. So see here how to start implement the page object. See, we already launched the browser, and the next items which we need to do here is, and the first thing which we want to do here is we need to click on this departure city, right? And then we can read all the elements and we can select the element according to our inputs. Okay, so I just want to click on this element. Under reading cities, we already have that code, that is this one, right? Driver.find element. Yeah, this one. I just copied it and pasted it here. But I don't want to write like this. I don't want to mention the XPath or ID, whatever it may be. I don't want to mention it here. Okay. I just want to mention all the XPaths or all the locators in page objects. So I want to read it from here so that it will be very handy and through page objects we can maintain the locators very easily. Okay. Public by departure dropdown by dot ID. Okay, I just mentioned by class, we have one by class here. It is by is an abstract class. By is an abstract class, and we have few methods under by. So I'm just using that concept, and through that by.id, I'm going to mention the ID of that particular expert, and I just mentioned one object as well, that is departure dropdown object. So for booking page, I'm going to create a new object here because I want to call the methods. See here, import booking page, forms spicejet page objects. That is the package name which we have created. Just click on import. And instead of this line, I want to click on that particular web element, right? So public web element departure, let's call like departure dropdown. For this, just give me a second here. Okay. Yeah, driver dot find element, and instead of by.id, I can mention directly this departure dropdown dot. What I am doing here, and I should return the web element as I have, instead of void, I just mentioned the web element, right? So adding the return statement here. Okay, I'm performing some operation as well. I'm removing this dot click. So now it is going to return the web element. Okay. Now what should we do here? Come to this particular page, and I want to click on that particular element. Booking page dot departure dropdown. This is the by element. You can see it here, but we want the web element, right? So that is the driver instance dot click. And I'm going to mention the priority, that is 2, and enabled is equal to true. Description is going to search the flights for 2 different cities. Okay. Yeah. Just to see the result, I am adding some thread dot sleep here. That is around 6 seconds. I'm going to select the general exception. Clear the console, save the project, and run it. So as we mentioned the priority here, it should first execute the verify booking page, and then it should come to the search flight. Okay. The application is loading. Okay, it got failed. We'll see why. No such element exception. That is booking page under line number 18. Okay. Generally, we don't need to pass the driver for each and every instance, but to discuss about that particular one, I need to discuss some of the Java concepts as well. So I am not implementing that. Let's see this one. Able to locate it. Okay, as of now, I'm commenting it out because I want to have the session. Okay, as we got exception in the second test case, it is failing here. That is search flights. Okay. So just inspect element and dragging it down. Okay, what is the ID here? This one, right? CTXT. And we have like, what did we mention here? Okay. So this particular ID got changed. So I'm just updating the present ID here for the departure city. Origin station CTXT. Yeah. Okay. Let's rerun it here. It should work now. It just loaded the SpiceJet application. Yeah, it is taking time to load it completely. So we should wait. Yeah. See, it just clicked on it. Okay. And what is the advantage? See here. And what is abstraction? Abstraction is nothing but we're going to hide the implementation, and but we can use the functionality. See here, and we are able to use the functionality here, that is departure dropdown dot click, but we are hiding the implementation. Okay, that is called abstraction. That is one of the OOPS concepts which we are using it here. Okay. And coming to the test cases, first it just verified the booking page and then search flights according to the priority which we set, that is priority 1 and 2, and both are enabled here. That's why it is executing both the test cases. And if I want to disable this, I can mention it as false. So what it should be done in the next execution, it should not execute this particular test case. It should directly come here and execute only search flight. Am I right? As we are mentioning false here, it should skip. Let's see that. In real time, we don't need to create these many packages. If we just create a Maven project, we're going to have all the segregations in the Maven project only. And in Maven project, I will tell you, see, it worked. And yeah, the only search flight got executed, and we successfully skipped the first test case with the help of enabled attribute. Like this we're going to do. We can skip the number of test cases, and we can have group. So many things are there, but mostly we will be using priority enabled and the description and groups as well. Okay. Groups as of now it is not required, so I'm not going to discuss. Yeah. Now I want to implement the complete page object model for this booking page for searching the flights. Okay. And come to the day 3 sessions, which we already discussed. If you are not sure about the day 3 sessions, I have already uploaded the video. You can go through that video once. Okay. So I just opened the base class. And under reading cities, what we did here, we're going to read the departure city, arrival city, all those things, right? So this is the departure city. Just copy it. and keep it in the booking page. Okay. So in the string element XPath, instead of that, I'm just removing that because I can directly pass the XPath here itself. Am I right? Public by list of cities under departure equal to by dot. I want the XPath, that is this. I'm not sure whether it got changed or not. Let's check. Okay, it is able to recognize. So we are good to use the same XPath. By dot XPath. So I'm using this here. Okay, see here, if we directly mention the list of cities under departure, I mean, if this list of cities, if it directly reads all the departure cities, we need to mention another method for the arrival cities. Okay, as of now, I am creating another method for the arrival cities as well, but you can try using single method. It is an assignment for you. Okay, just try like that. Public by list of arrival cities by dot path. Is that XPath? This is the XPath. Okay. Select the arrival city and select the departure city. I'm just removing. Okay. So I can use these two methods in my main test class. That is booking page dot select departure city, and the city name I'm going to mention Hyderabad. Booking page dot select arrival city, and I am going to mention Goa. Let's run till here and we will see. Run as TestNG. So application is getting loaded. it is working perfectly. Now, we just selected the Hyderabad and Goa as well. Okay, for this Hyderabad and Goa, I want to pass these two elements from configurator. Okay. Okay, I think we can completely add these resources. Under config properties, I'm just copying it from the previous one. Okay. So just come here, and for the configurator, I want to create an object. New configurator. Config dot get key value, and that is departure city. Config dot get key value, that is arrival city. Just to be clear, I am just closing all the unnecessary sessions. So if you guys remember, I don't. Okay, come to reading cities. See, for selecting the particular departure city and arrival city, we were mentioning all those things like export details, all those things here, and uh, it is not very good method and suggestible method to follow like this. And see the main test class here, and it is very clear, and we are maintaining the abstraction as well here, and we are not showcasing any kind of export elements or web elements or any kind of code which it reveals the data. We are handling all the data from other files. Okay, that is called abstraction. Instead of all these things, we just reduce the code like this. Okay. After that, we need to select the departure date. For that, we were using date picker. Okay. Here and string month XPath, month value, date XPath, and the date value. We were using all those things. Month XPath I can directly write here instead of by dot. I can declare it here and I can use it here. Okay, so month XPath we can figure it out. And even for date XPath I can write it directly from here. So let's write it here, public by month XPath by dot XPath. So come to date picker. This is month XPath. Guys, I hope you are following me. If you're not following, please stop me, okay? Public by date expert, by dot expert, go to booking page. Okay, I just took the month expert here, and date expert. Okay.
What is the use of this here?
Yeah, generally this keyword we will use for assigning the, if we want to assign global variable, local variable values to the global variables, we're going to use this keyword here. I'm just checking. Let me check why it is considering this here. Because let's remove all these things here. String expert and string month expert. Okay. As we are passing it here, it want to consider, it is thinking like we're going to assign some local variable values to the global variable values. So it is considering it as this. I hope you guys knew about this keyword. Okay. So now I want to mention month value and the date value while calling it. Okay. Yeah. Let's call it booking page dot what is that name? Date picker, right? Date picker, and the month value I can say like July, and the date is some 18th. So instead of like this, I can call it from config reader as well. Config dot get key value, that is departure month, July. Get key, that is departure date. Okay. Now it should select the month and the departure date. Okay. And then it should navigate to the passengers list and then currency and then click on search button. Okay. For clicking on passengers, it initially it should click on this particular drop down, right? So for that, come here and see what is the code for that. this one, right? Now get to the booking page. Public by passenger dropdown by .xpath by .xpath. And what is that XPath here? Just taking this out, and is under booking page. Public web element. Or direct, I can directly mention the dot click operation as well. Public void. Click on passenger dropdown. Driver driver dot find element, and that is passenger dropdown and dot click. Booking page dot what is that web element or method? That is click on passenger, right? Select that. Yeah. Now it should select the three values, that is adult, child and infant. Okay. So how to automate this? Again navigate here and look for the previous code how we have implemented. See, we have for adult, child and infant we developed three methods here. So I'm just going to call all the three methods again. Select my value from drop down. For that I think I don't have that particular method in my booking page.java. So I just took it from here. Okay, drop down XPath is there. I can, yeah, this is also one assignment for you guys. Here I'm going to mention three different methods. Instead, in the assignment, you need to use only one method and need to call three different methods. I mean, you need to operate three different kinds of web elements, that is adult, child and infant. Okay. Reuse the code and try for that. If you face any problem, just let me know. Select adult value. Select number of adults from drop down. Okay, we'll resolve all those things. Set number of child from drop down. Select number of infant from drop down. And coming to string export, all those things. Click buy. We have three different XPaths here. One is for adult, child, and the other is for infant. Okay. Those are all XPaths. So I'm just copying it. Public by adult dropdown by.xpath. Public by child dropdown by.xpath. Yeah, we have it here.
Ravi,
Yeah.
like in this page object, we will be seeing about a page factory and what is the usage of find by also.
Yeah, at the rate find by, it is very similar to this public by only.
Okay.
One difference only.
Now, when we will be using this by and at the rate find by.
Yeah, both are very similar kind of things. We can use anyone.
Okay. Is there any main difference?
Not particularly. We have different kinds of what we can say, different kinds of approaches. This is one kind of approach.
Okay. Okay, Ravi. Thank you.
No problem. So I'm just selecting the adult dropdown, and I think this is the adult dropdown, right? So place it here to remove this string. This- Okay. Let's comment till here, and I will tell you what it is. Let's run till here, okay, and then we will see. Okay. Application didn't load exactly due to connectivity. Let's rerun this, okay? I'm just closing this session. Yeah, rerun this. And no such element, search flights. Okay. That might be due to this ID got changed, I think.
Maybe for any application, this much frequently the ID will get changed. But any solution we have for this?
Yeah, actually we need to write the dynamic X path. Even if it get changes, we should be able to handle. I think all done. We can do that. Okay. So that's how it works. That is the importance of page object model. So you guys do one thing. Try to automate this passengers one. Okay. Try to automate this adult, child, infant, and currency, and search on that particular button. Okay. I will share this project with you guys through GitHub. Okay. You guys download the project and try. Okay. I think you guys got it right. How the architecture is, how it is working, from where it is getting all the information, and where are we declaring all the web elements. You try to resolve the errors. If it didn't work, let me know. We'll discuss.
Uh, Ravi, sorry, could you able to see, show me once the testing?
Okay. Just go to the project and click on refresh.
Okay.
And go to properties. Okay. Now it had generated emailable reports and index. See, only search flights got executed, and the description of search flight is what we have mentioned just behind this search flight. Yes, it is going to get displayed here. Under past methods, we have this. If any of the methods getting failed, we'll be having one more
Okay.
thing here, which is for fail methods. Okay.
Okay. Thanks, Ravi.
Yeah, no problem. And we were ignoring one method, right? To verify booking page. So under ignored methods, you can see that verify booking page. If we are ignoring any other methods, you can see it here. Chronological view means how it got executed. Initially, launch browser got executed, and as it is a class, okay, at the rate before class, so it's a chronological view, and then it is executing the test case, and then it is tearing down. You just try to execute all the things and try to explore more. This is one. We can discuss about extend reports, all those things. This is how we can prepare our reports. But I think we might not have that much time to discuss all those things. But yeah, we can configure our reports. So whatever it is. Yeah, like this we can generate the logs, and if we are having any failures, so we can directly capture the particular failure screenshot in the reports itself. So we can play with the reports. So that's it, guys, for today. Just try to practice more. Okay. If you guys are facing any issues or challenges, you guys can ping me, or we can have one specific session for only doubts and clarifications. So, do you want me to ask anything, or we can wander? Anything, guys? Okay then. Thank you then. Bye.
Thank you.